guys, Kim here. Welcome to Backyard Blooms. I'm not sure what happened, but I went inside to go take a shower so I can look presentable to you guys. And it was sunny and less windy and gorgeous. Now the clouds have rolled in and it is windy and a little chilly. So now I just want to go back inside and crawl on the couch and maybe edit a video instead of doing a video. But anyways, here I am. So I wanted to get these hellebores in the ground because it is going to get colder the next couple of days, and I don't want to be out here in the real cold because it hurts me, y'all. I don't know if cold hurts you, but cold hurts me. So anyways, look how pretty these are. Yay! This one, this beauty right here that I have in my hand is called Hellebores HGC, and it is from a gold collection. This one is called Ice and Roses. Look how pretty that bloom is. I'll bring it up closer to you guys, show you how gorgeous. I got lots of buds. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blooms on this that I can see. Look. Look how pretty. I just love blooms. Do you guys love blooms? I like to look at them real close too. Look at all the buds. Look at the foliage. How pretty this is. Do you see all those buds in there, you guys? Look. And there's the name. Ice and Roses. Now I got two that are very similar in color right here. And I didn't even pay attention if it's the same one. Yep. This one's called Ice and Roses also, but this one's name is Bonita. Bonita. Let's compare them together. Bonita. So I like the ones that come up and don't do you see how this one comes up and it's up straight? And some of them will curve down like this one. You gotta get up underneath of her and look at her. Look. This one's Bonita, but still gorgeous. Yeah, they're different. Look, very different. Do you guys love flowers? Oh my gosh, I don't know what has happened. What has made me love looking at blooms so much, because I've not always been this way, you guys. But now, I can look at this all day long. I need to take a picture. That is just gorgeous. Look at that bloom in the middle there. Isn't she pretty? This one's got lots of blooms on it as well, little buds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got more growth coming down here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 or 15 that I can see on this one. She is going to be pretty, 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 pretty. And then I got two other varieties. I bought one of these at Southern Roots when you guys were with me before, and I had a video on that because I showed the Christmas trees, their nursery at Christmas time, and I bought one of those. I'm not sure which one it was. I'm thinking it was this one. It was the Monrovia one. And then these three right here I got at Jenny with Creekside Nursery, and I went to go visit her the very last day that she was open. I just had to go see her. I could not wait until she won't reopen until February, I think. So this one right here is Rome in Red. It's a honeymoon series, and it's called a Lenten Rose. Hellebores are also called Lenten Rose. And they used to be called Christmas Rose, I think, also. So if you go to the nursery right now, you're going to find these are in bloom right now. And there's not going to be a whole lot that you find in bloom right now in December. It's late December here in Zone 8, Charlotte, North Carolina, but you're going to find Lenten Roses. And that's one of the reasons I love going to the nurseries at all times, different times, because you can see what's different in bloom. So if you go every single month, then you're gonna find something that's in bloom. And then next year, guess what? You're gonna have something in bloom every single month. Like, y'all. Anyways, I think these are pretty hardy. These aren't gonna be very tall. They're gonna only get 18 to 24 inches tall. They need less than 4 hours of daily sun. So right here, you know, in the backyard, I used to get nothing but full sun. Like, that's all that I could put back here was full sun. Now that my garden is going on 4 to 5 years old, I'm able to see different changes into my garden. So I don't know if you guys are experiencing different changes. If you have a newly built house in the next couple of years, you're definitely going to see a change as well, especially if you got established trees that you got going. So behind me, I have the gorgeous Yoshio Cryptomeria tree, and these trees have grown really, really well. So if you're looking for something that needs to grow at least a foot or two each year, this is the tree for you. Because when I bought these, they were only 6 feet tall, and now I don't know, they got to be 20 feet tall, 16 to 20 feet tall. They're gorgeous, and they've already have a big diameter on its base at the bottom there. So anyways, this is a lovely tree, and I got this for privacy because behind these trees is of course, we have the lake down there, and I really do want to still see the lake. But more importantly, we have a community lake house down there that people are there all the time for like parties and stuff like that. So I wanted some privacy. So I originally had five of these Yoshio Cryptomeria trees, and now I got 4. And then I planted a magnolia in the middle. Now that one in the middle that I had to take out, it had blight or something. So whenever you struggle with something, with disease, just go ahead and just get it removed. Like, don't sit there and fuss with it a couple of years like I did. I fussed with it for a couple of years. So this one's going to be red, Rome in red, and you can see that these are already like a really maroon rose color. And then this one's a little bit lighter color. This one is called Flower Girl Wedding Party Series, and this one again takes part shade to full shade as well. And these are kind of like made for like more like shady areas, but also could be like a woodland area too. So now in between my Yoshio cherry tree, I got a Yoshio cherry tree also back here. But in the middle of these Yoshio Cryptomeria trees, they're become shady. And like I said, I always had full sun. Now I'm starting to be able to get shade back here in this garden. So if I'm going to limb up these Cryptomerias, I'm going to get my little mini chainsaw out that I have, and I'm going to cut the lower limbs of these Yoshio Cryptomeria trees. And I would like to be able to still see underneath the canopy a little bit, at least enough to be able to plant something like this. Now, I might run into some problems because over in my other garden, my hydrangea garden, I tried to plant, what did I try to plant over there? Oh, some tulips, and I had nothing but roots. Like, I couldn't even hardly get my auger through it, you guys. Like, it is so much roots over there. So that's one tip that I would advise you is when you're starting your garden, go ahead and plant the things that you want in there before everything gets really root bound, because I have so many of the evergreens, emerald green arborvitaes over there, and then the hydrangeas as well. And I think those emerald green arborvitaes, those roots are on the surface. Now I'm hoping that these go deeper. So if the roots are down deeper, then I'll be able to plant something else underneath of that too. So I got 4 of these, and I'm gonna start putting some more of the shade stuff that I have on my skinny side garden over here as well. But I need to get these limbed up and then these in the ground today. And that is my goal. And then you can see behind me too, I still have some sedum that I need to get to the ground, but I don't know if I'll get to that today. And I have a pumpkin sedum that we made around Thanksgiving that I need to get all those sedums off of the pumpkin and replant into a pot. So that is what I'm hoping to do with you guys today. So yeah, make sure you like, share, and comment, subscribe to me on my channel today. The more likes I have, the more it sends out to the YouTube world, and it helps me tremendously. And I hope that you love these Hellebores as much as I do, because, oh my gosh, that bloom is so daggone pretty. I'm gonna have to take a picture up close, like in detail, just to show you guys like how gorgeous it is in person. It is so pretty. I just love it. All right, so I want to get this done first. Now this is just a cute little pot that I bought at Wilson's Nursery. It is kind of like rustic, and I think it's really cute. So anyways, you can buy special soil for succulents. Espoma has one, and you just need something that's going to drain really well. This one is an Espoma product as well, but it's not made especially for the succulents, but it still drains really well. So I got my dirt, fresh dirt in there, and then I went ahead and watered this and let it drain a little bit, because when I put these succulents in, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to like let it be. And can you believe that this was made at Thanksgiving, and that it is all it is glued to this moss right here? That is all that it is. And I never watered these whatsoever. So evidently, like, I must just watered my succulents way too much. So this one's starting to look a little shrivelly. So let's see what we're gonna do. So when we made this one and we glued it on, we kind of did the filler, spiller method, and I'm gonna try to use the same thing. So I might have to cut some of these off, because like I said, they're glued on there. So I think I'm just gonna try to pull some of them out, and I'm just gonna like freshly cut these before I put them in there again. I'm gonna get my bigger one out first. How many of you guys have done this before? Because I'm not. This is my first time, and I'm just winging it with you. But oh, look, it's got roots on it. Do you see the roots? Right there. My first time with you guys. So I don't even think, I'm not even gonna like disrupt those roots. I'm gonna stick it right in here. So I'm gonna put it right in there. But you know, this pumpkin's not gonna last forever. So I'm just going ahead and now this doesn't have any roots on there, and it has nothing but the glue. So I'm just gonna cut it off and then replant there in the dirt. Just sticking it right in. The girl that did this little thing with us, she was so great, and she used to be in California, and she got all these succulents from a nursery in California. Some of them are looking a little tired. Maybe I should have done this a while back. How many of you guys are good with succulents? Like, I don't know why. Like, I just seem like I struggle with them for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm just not great at it. Now I can go back and put some moss down on here as well, and I might do that. I'm just getting it in the ground a little bit there, into the dirt. And I believe that you can even just like take off one of these leaves and lay it right in there, and it'll root as well. It's not going to probably be as pretty as this arrangement. That's okay. So I hope you guys had a good Christmas. We did, me and my family did, and I'll throw a couple of pictures up of my Christmas for you guys. I've got 4 grandchildren. I've got 3 children. I was able to see 2 of my children, my 2 oldest daughters, and they have 2 children apiece. Ashley has a daughter and a son, and it is her name, the daughter is Avery, my granddaughter, and her son is Braxton, my grandson. And we were able to see them. And then my middle daughter, Jenna, she's got 2 children. Her oldest is Kinsley, and she does volleyball. Now Avery is my really great cheerleader. She is like on a world's team. She does really, really good. And I get to go watch her cheer in at the Wide World of Sports in Orlando in February. I'm really excited about that. And then Braxton, which is Ashley, my oldest, he plays baseball and basketball. And he's only 8, so he's just kind of getting into it all. And then, like I said, Jenna, my middle one, her oldest, her name is Kinsley, and then she just got into volleyball. She's just started doing all that. And I got to see her. And then I got to see my other granddaughter, Millie, but she was sick. She had the stomach bug. So I didn't actually get to see her Christmas Day, but I got to see her Christmas Eve. So bless her heart. She didn't get to enjoy Santa like she should have this year, but she's feeling better. And then my oldest, my son, my youngest son, my third one, Kyle, he's still in the service, and he didn't get to come home for the holidays. So, but I got to chit chat with him on Instagram. So, and he's in Italy right now. But I had a great Christmas. Look at these little, how they've already developed little roots. And not in anything. There's no dirt in here, just in this moss. So I'm not really feel like I'm having a spiller here right now. I feel like I'm just having enough to cover this up. But my Christmas was great. New Year's is coming up. I don't know when I'll get this video out. I've got still one to put out today that I just got edited and downloaded, and I got one more. You guys, do you remember my video that I talked about on my ranunculus? I put my ranunculus corms upside down. Yes, I did. I admit it. But anyways, a couple of you guys called me out, and thank you so much. So I pulled them back up out of my pot, and they pre-sprouted for me at least. And you know, they may have found their way up. They say like tulips, if you put them upside down, they'll still find their way up. And I almost, probably pretty sure that these would have too. Like, you know, they're going to find its way up out of the soil. But anyways, I went ahead, and since they do like cool weather, I went ahead and replanted them. So I got a video coming out about that, but I'll put that one out before this one. I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, those little octopusy legs, they go down and not up. For some reason, they just look like they went up, and that's the way I put them up. But I'm new to ranunculus. I've only tried 1 year, and I planted them 2 years ago in the ground, and they didn't bloom for me. They came up and had gorgeous foliage, but they just didn't bloom. So, you know, I don't know why. But I'm trying it again because they have a gorgeous bloom, of course. And I love to see blooms. They're so, so pretty. The ranunculus blooms are gorgeous. This one can definitely be a spiller. Or it could be a thriller too. Look, maybe we'll just make it be a thriller. Just kind of using my fingernail to get it down in the dirt there. I can just let it drape right there. Let me know how your Christmas went, if you had a good Christmas. Make sure you guys comment to me too, because like I'm spending all my time sitting here trying to develop a relationship with you guys, and that's what I want to do. That's the reason why I'm doing these videos, is so we can help each other, so we can learn from each other. We can talk to each other as a community on here as well. Like I said, I felt like God wanted me to do this for some reason. And I really try to be a light for you guys. Like, I don't want to, you know, I could pout and complain about things, but I don't. You know, I don't want my channel to be like that. I don't want to do that to you guys. So I just try to be a light for you guys and try to be positive. There's so much negative in the world. Like, I just don't even want to go there. Like, I have to turn the news off sometimes. Most of the time, I don't even watch the news. What's the weather like with you guys? I know up north, I think some people are getting some snow. We just got a lot of rain, so we were deficient. And then I think now we're like right where we need to be for the year. We had probably the weirdest fall. I don't think I've ever gone through a fall where I didn't have rain for over, I think we didn't have rain for 7 weeks. Something like that. All right, so yeah, this is what this is looking like here. Not much left in this little centerpiece to do anything with. So this pumpkin lasted me all this. I mean, it probably could have still lasted me. It doesn't really like it's even trying to rot or anything. Now I can get me a couple more succulents and put in there if I wanted to, but you know, from another free arrangement from this one to this one, I think it looks good. So I'm not going to water it like I've learned. Look, I'm still draining it. So this container does have, you know, a little saucer. I love containers that have saucers. This one does have a drain hole, just to let you know. And I'm just going to let it be and put it in a sunny location. Now these succulents, even in my zone 8, they won't like it outside, so we'll have to put them inside. And then I could probably bring them back outside in the summertime. But yeah, we're going to put it by a sunny windowsill, and then I'm going to get those Hellebores in the ground. So I still encourage you to get out into your garden in the wintertime, because you're gonna like evaluate your space and look to see how much winter interest you have. Do you have enough like hardscape like I have with concrete? That is considered also winter interest also. And then all your evergreens that you have. So I've got lots of evergreens. I did not miss that step. And sometimes I feel like I have too much, but I think a lot of green looks great, and I think it looks elegant. So, and then everything I have is, you know, pretty symmetric into my garden as well. I like to consider this area right here my cottage garden, but like I said, it's starting to change quite a bit now. So, what are you gonna do, Sasha? Sasha's getting her nose in there. Come here, you gonna say hi? You gonna say hi? You gonna show everybody your tail? Yeah, go lay down. She's like, what are you doing out here? What are you saying? And who are you talking to? Sometimes I'll be inside editing and she'll be like starting to bark. Go lay down. Go lay down. All right, so I want to, Sasha, get out of my way. I want to be able to evaluate where I'm going to be able to put these. So I want to like go ahead and place them in my containers. If you're not sure where you would like them, then go ahead and place them and leave them for maybe a week or two to see if you like that location. I've got things that I've got in my garden that I've got to move. Like some things, I got a peony that doesn't like I think for one thing, it's planted too deep. So I need to replant that somewhere and in a more sunny location. And of course, I'm really having a hard time finding my sunny locations now because, like I said, everything either has its place or it's already pretty root bound. So, but anyways, I'm gonna try to put some like a woodland area underneath these trees. But like I said, I gotta bring my canopy up a little bit as well. So I'm gonna do that today. But I'm gonna plant at least maybe 2 hellebores in this area. I like to plant things in 3. And I might put these in like a drift. So 1 or more, if you have 1 or more plant, it'd be like put them in a drift. So sometimes putting things in a triangle looks good because if you got 3 or more, it like brings it out into your garden. It's more showy. Or you can put things in drifts. So I got 3 that are rose and red. So I think I'm gonna put that white one like more towards the middle. I've got some spring bulbs already coming up here. I have some irises over here. I think I'm gonna put 1 here, maybe 1 there. All right, so like I said, these are the Yoshio Cryptomeria trees that I have, and they're quite tall. Look at the clouds, y'all. So anyways, this area right here gets a lot of shade, and it also gets shade from this crepe myrtle as well in the summertime. Now it's the wintertime right now when it is time to bloom. So, but it still needs part shade. So I think in this area right here, we're gonna be fine. So this is where I place them. I've got 4, and I've got these 3 right here kind of in a drift. Now I was gonna put that one there, but I might bring it back over there so it looks more like in a drift. I'm not sure. I've got other things coming up in this area right here. So you could see that I've got some spring bulbs coming up. I planted these last year in a drift and they came up last spring beautiful. And I've got a video about that too if you want to go back and look at that video. These were more for the south too. And then I have, back there I have a phlox that's coming up. And then right here I have a Gara. And then right here, I planted more like a shade-loving thing too. This was, an astilbe that's already cut back. So the one in the middle there is the one that's more white. What do you guys think? How do you like this placement? I feel like this little guy over here is lonely and maybe needs somebody. I might bring this hellebore over here. But when I was talking about limbing up, see how big this trunk has already got? But I do want to take like this limb off right here. And I don't know, I need to go over here and look at this limb to see if I might need to take that one off as well. So my goal is to be able to plant still underneath this canopy right here and have it as a shade garden underneath. So do you see this one right here? I'm gonna go ahead and take that limb off right there. And I got my little mini chainsaw right here. This is my Saker mini chainsaw. Saker sent this out to me, and I do have this, a link to the Amazon if you're interested in this little chainsaw. It's cheap and it's very useful. I love it. You guys see me? Move them back in a second. All right, so yeah, I can't cut this whole thing off right here because it's a whole trunk up by itself. That would be taking off a huge amount. Let me see. Actually, no, it would just be taking off this right here, so I think I'm okay. Maybe. Timber! As you can see, this was a big piece that I took off right here. But it's got lots of leaders going up, so I think it's going to be fine. Let's get this out of the way. And let's see. I think this one's okay. And get all this dead stuff out here too while you're at it, because it just makes it look ugly. You have a lot of it too. A little bit more than what I bargained for today. All right, can you see where I cut? So I probably need to kind of come back and cut more down here. But anyways, this was a pretty big leader, but I'm not going to miss it. And then I've got probably 3 more big leaders right here, so I'm not going to miss that one whatsoever. still fighting landscape material in the garden, you guys. Still. Look how much great compost has happened from my mulch. And this is why I like to plant mulch. Isn't this gorgeous? All this was from mulch. And then my original clay is underneath here. Doesn't break down. I'm so disappointed, and it has not helped prevent weeds either. Just having 3 inches of mulch on top will be sufficient enough to help prevent weeds. Rock. So after I dig my hole with the power planter, I'm gonna throw some root starter, which is my biotone right here. And then we're gonna take this gorgeous thing out of the container. And it's pretty root bound, so I think I'm going to take my pruners right here and just kind of break up the bottom a little bit. Just kind of roughing it up a little bit there. Now I want to position the plant where I'm going to be able to see it, which is pretty much like right looking at you. So right there. Probably throw a little bit of this compost in the ground too. Now I do have clay soil, so I want to put this about 1 inch above the ground. So here's my ground, so I'm way above it right now, so I need to go a little deeper. If you'd like, you can go ahead and put some of the dirt into this original container and use this to backfill. Let's see, looking like. So I'm above the ground level right there, so I think this is going to be fine. And of course I have all this layer of mulching right here that's going to go right back on top. Taping this down with your foot will get all the air pockets out too, by the way. All right, so one down and 3 more to go. So that was a little bit more than what I bargained for, you guys. Like, I took off a little bit more off the bottom of this base than I expected, but I hope that I can give you an idea. Like, just because you have a big tree doesn't mean that you can't plant underneath of it. So these roots were actually deep instead of like on the surface, so I was able to dig in there pretty easy, as you can see. But I did come in contact with a few rocks, and whenever you hit the auger with the rock, it'll just kind of like twist like this a little bit. And just when it twists on you like that, just let it twist. Don't like try to force it not to do that. But anyways, it's never hurt me. I don't think that it will ever hurt you either. But anyways, I'm really happy with this. Like, I'm glad that I gave myself a little bit more planting space in this garden. And I hope that I can create like more space to where I can plant perennials and then let like hellebores like this right here, which will take shade. So I think it's going to be gorgeous. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you close up what I actually did. And I've got all 4 hellebores just in a drift. So a drift is just planting 1 or more, and you just want it kind of like natural looking. You can either kind of go like this, you can go straight. Just trying to make it look natural. I think mine looks pretty natural though, and I think I'm going to be pretty happy. And I've got lots of stuff around here, and I could probably even throw some hostas in here. So I'm pretty excited. Yay, you guys. So I need to get these other trees done too, but I'm just going to do it a little bit at a time. I'm not going to get all this done in one day. Like I said, like I've already spent a couple hours just doing 4 hellebores and trimming up this tree right here. But so I hope that, like I said, I hope it gives you inspiration. Get out and garden. As long as your ground is still not frozen, you can still plant. And actually, this is the best time to plant because it's giving your roots time to develop. And then in the springtime, they're going to come up gorgeous. So all right, friends, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe me, please.